Hello. In this video, I wanted to address the steps that would be necessary for you to start to interpret your being in the new versions for yourself, and how you would go about creating a space that allows you to acknowledge your being and allow that being to basically experience the true notions and the true energies of change that you're going through. And so, the one of the most important components is believing in yourself. One of the most important components that is keeping you from hearing your own voice, from hearing the guidance that you're being provided, from hearing even the channel messages that I'm transmitting here, would be to believe and to hear your own truth. And so, at some point down the line, of your three-dimensional existence, so your existence of uh, the self that did not connect with or did not believe in the divine versions of you or divine notions of you. You interpreted your being to be small, and you interpreted your being to be lesser than, and you interpreted your being to be something that is unworthy of, and you name it. And in this case, the subject is the truth of you, right? And so, through the interpretations of the lesser than, through the little micro steps, as I'm not deserving of this, or I'm unworthy of that, or I you know I can't do this and I will not do that. I will never do this. I will never do that. I cannot be in this place because I don't do this, or don't belong in this space because I don't do that. And so, all of those micro stories that you have told yourself, compiled within yourself over the years, have basically built themselves up as the unfortunate untruth. And that untruth has settled within you, and too cold, right? And so, th- the the energy that you're experiencing right now, these shifts, these awakening of yourselves, are basically budging themselves up against this wall that you have created to make yourself not believe your own truth. And so, the most important thing you can do, and the most important thing you can start to recognize right now, is allow yourself to let down the barrier where you make yourself into something other than your truth, right? The barrier that you have set up over the years, from the early childhood development on into the adulthood right now, is all the little stories you have told yourself of why you're not worthy, and you name it of what, right? So, the truth lies beyond that barrier that you're holding within you right now. It lies in you recognizing that the only person, the only being, the only action, the only circumstance that is holding you away from your own truth and discovering of your own being, acknowledging everything that you are actually looking for, but in turn has shut yourself off from, is yourself and your self interpretation of what is it that you want and deserve and should have in this life. And so, that belief within yourself needs to be rethought. It needs to be broken from the three-dimensional standpoint. It needs to be shattered apart in order for you to start to recognize and start to rewrite the history from your early childhood development, that you are, in fact, divine. You are, in fact, pure love and pure consciousness. You are a multidimensional being that deserves the world and, in fact, already has the world, right? But because of your lesser than approaches to life, to face the turmoils and the frequencies of interpretations of lesser than you, you have come to face or to believe in the paradigm that is actually not true to your own greater notions of self. And so, undoing that paradigm, undoing the self-limiting actions and beliefs within yourself, would be the key for you to actually reach what you already know that you're searching for inside, right? You are being called to, you are yearning for something, and then you know what that something is. your higher self or is already smiling at this at this confusion of your existence, where you're actually searching for something that you're refusing to see within yourself, right? And so the just see the beauty of that, see the beauty that you already possess, um, unlimited potentials, unlimited dimensional interpretations of everything that you have around you. And then the only block, the only sense of limitation that you actually have in front of yourself is your own belief, and that whatever you have within you is somehow not true. It is somehow make believe. It is somehow made up or interpreted, or some aspect of wishful thinking that you think that you have come about, and then secretly you keep that wishful thinking inside, hoping that somebody along the way will see it or acknowledge it, or will come bring it forth into fruition for you. And then the chase of your life has been built around that. The chase of your life has been built around the idea is that somebody else, something out there in the world will facilitate within you what you have been looking for all along. And you know, think of think of how that sounds. That something else, somebody else, you name it, is responsible for you feeling whole inside, for you feeling complete, and actually ecstatically happy about the status quo of anything and everything, because then you can truly see the beauty within your life. And so stop looking outside for something that you have shut yourself off from, decades ago. Stop searching for outside interpretations of your being, and trying to find what is it that you're searching for, the validation of what you feel inside in someone else or something else in your everyday three-dimensional living. And realize the only reason you're not seeing and you're not feeling what it is that you're searching for is because you're standing in your own way. You have built your own wall, you have built your own set of barriers, and it's time to break those down. It is time to let them go, and stop seeking validation, stop seeking your truth, stop seeking your desires, and your wants to find yourself outside of your own being. And so go inside and center in, and start to see what barriers you have put there, what you have outsourced to someone else, to something else, to actions, to events, to workshops, to yogas, to meditations, in hopes of somebody, handing you something, and then you going, "Oh yes, finally I feel whole inside." That would magically never happen, because the wholeness exists only when you stop seeking and you stop asking for someone else to deliver something that you are shutting yourself off from the inside. And so start finding that. Start finding, not the wholeness, but start finding the barriers. Start finding the blocks that you have established, your beliefs you have built within yourself that are causing you to lose sight of what's actually in front of you already, what you already hold inside, your true potential of yourself on the inside. And so it's a magical place to be if you find yourself there. If you find yourself in the evolutionary progression of your being, where now you're asking, why have I not been happy? What is it that I'm feeling on the inside that is not matching in my outside environment? And what have I done thus far until this moment to try to find what I'm feeling on the inside to be resonated with on the outside, right? To find the inside knowing, in order for it to be truth, in order for it to be your true voice and your true way of walking, you've been looking for validation of that internal feeling in the outside world. And if you're in that place, it is a magical place to be. So now you can see your magic, right? Now you can see, oh, I already know what I am, right? I already know what I feel inside. And why why have I spent so long seeking validation of that feeling that I already have, that is me, that is my truth, in someone else, in something else, in events, um, in actions? And so at that point, when you find the barriers and you find your own designed complexity of unnecessary actions of self, you can finally start to smile at your own being and see the beauty, see the beauty of your life and everything, um, in its simplicity. How simple it is for you to actually acknowledge yourself and to face your own greatness and your own potential, and know your truth and actually allow yourself to expand and grow and live, maybe for the first time ever, in realizing that you within yourself is it. You're it. You're the thing you've been searching for. You're the thing that you have been asking for and looking for. And the magnificence of that, of knowing yourself and finally discovering your truth, is it, is worth lifetimes and lifetimes of living. So hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully this clarifies um, the block, right? Where did the block come from? Where did it originate? And at some point, it just originated at the thought that I'm not what I feel inside. And then you kind of took off from there and lived a life of that. And now it's time to open your eyes and live a life of something else. So happy living.